Welcome to your number one youth radio show, the Don Bosco Vibes Youth Network radio show on Radio Maria on 99.3 FM. Our topic is rape and sexual violence. And your host today, my name is Judith Ango Luisembanga. So to start with, Mr. Chikontwe, what is defined as rape? What is the word that describes sexual assault or indecent assault?
Okay, thank you so much. I think the definition of rape is actually contained in our in the laws of Zambia. I'm happy we have a council in our midst. So the Penal Code 132 actually defined that rape is having carnal knowledge with a woman or a girl without a consent. If it's someone below the age of consent, that is 16, despite her even consenting, the fact of having carnal knowledge in this sense, we are talking about having sexual intercourse with someone below the age of 16, that will be now termed as defilement. Then rape will be having carnal knowledge without consent with someone above the age of 16. That's in Zambia. I think lawyers can argue it better if it's 18, if it's something, but the law I've quoted, which is the Penal Code 132, kind of stipulates that it's having carnal knowledge. So I wanted even to expand the definition a bit to say, when we talk of rape and defilement and the like, actually it's falling under sexual abuse.
Okay. Which
is just beyond rape. Okay, it's all manner of indecent behavior, sexual harassment, and stalking, touching, indecent looks. All those fall under sexual abuse.
Okay.
And this can even happen in marriage.
Oh, yes.
There's what is called marital rape.
And in relationships too, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Who are the perpetrators committing such acts?
In reality, the best answer is everyone. We are all suspects. Okay, so it could be a parent, it could be a relative, it could be the community itself. A member of the community can rape someone. It could be someone deemed to have actual authority or perceived to be in position of power. So it can be men, women, it can be youths, So my answer would be that it is everyone, except the ratios of perpetrators would differ. You realize that men have been found more to perpetrate these vices compared to the other gender, if I may use that word. But in short, everyone is a perpetrator. Most cases of sexual violence are perpetrated within families. Why we know less of them is because of the confidentiality around them. Very few families are able to come out in the open.
What's the impact of rape? What is the psychological reaction the victim has, and how does it affect the victim's life?
Flashbacks. Anxiety and fear. When I talk of flashbacks, a flashback is like remembering what happened in that given day, and it feels like it's actually happening just there and then. I think flashbacks will disturb somebody's life. They don't really know where they are. They are detached to reality in a given sense.
Indeed.
So, yeah.
There's a way you get to feel and behave as a human being after the incident. It gets to change the whole of you. You get to change physically, emotionally, spiritually. You get disturbed as a human being. There's a change. The you before and the you after.
It's totally different.
There's a different you. You get to see things differently. The whole perspective of life changes. Yes.
Delphin?
There's also the issue of the age. So if it happens to someone who's very, very young, like let's say she's like 12, there's certain reactions, especially if it's in a household, right? There's certain reactions that most people wouldn't really notice because obviously it wasn't brought out to the public. But then there's certain people who have a strong hate towards men, people who like eventually don't like to be touched for a specific reason. Even them, like sometimes they won't even know why. But then to them, it brings back that flashback. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah. There's people who would decide to seclude themselves from the world, and people go into depression. People have anxiety. People detach themselves from the world, from their family. Some people even run mad, honestly, because in their head, it's like
they're unable to contain.
Yes, especially if it's in like a family setup. Say it's your dad that raped you. It's like, this is the person I'm supposed to be entrusting my entire life and existence. This is someone who is supposed to be my provider, my caregiver, the person who I'm living under. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I think that also brings out the aspect of fear, because the question in your head is, if I report him, where will I sleep?
Indeed.
You know what I mean? Will I continue going to school? Is he still going to pay for me? Is he still going to provide food for me? Is this where my life ends? You know, I think that also brings people in a whole different emotional space, because now it's either he goes to jail, I report him, or my life ends and I should just live with everything. But then again, you don't live to your full capabilities and really express yourself, because you have that constant reminder every single day until probably the person dies, and then you get it like a relief. But then for you, that goes with you for life, you know? Yeah.
So the impact is a lifetime.
Yes.
What is the impact of rape on loved ones? And how is the church helping when it comes to cases of, sexual assault or maybe defilement and rape?
To be honest, in my own personal experience, I think it has helped, but I think we can all do more. Generally, for me, church-wise, I feel like it's a conversation that hasn't been had out loud, because most of the things that we are being taught in our churches, yes, there's the whole aspect of going through the right procedures for certain things, be it marriage, youth participation in churches, but there are certain conversations that are still being withdrawn. Yes, we want to have them, but like they're not being brought out loudly. Also, I think because of the general rape culture in our society is the fact that these are certain things that people do not want to talk about. And I think one of the best ways to actually sensitize is openly speak about it strongly. I feel like there should be more and better initiative programs to bring out this topic. It's a very, very, very sensitive topic.
Indeed.
So even when you're bring it out in the sense of safe spaces.
Yes.
People do not know how to talk about their feelings. And just because you brought this program and said, also we're going to talk about rape today. Yes, you mentioned A, B, C, and D, but like the whole essence of you bringing that conversation out there is to let people know that there's certain things that shouldn't be happening to them. And if they've happened or if they've gone through it, there's certain procedures that will help them heal or feel better, or rape, the fact that rape is a criminal offense, there's also the law that can help them. You know what I mean? I feel like the conversation should start with ourselves, but the church should also do more in initiating the topic generally out there to the public, be it in church, be it in our small Christian communities. We have a lot of youth groups.
How I think people aren't really helping is they just don't know how to talk about it. They're unsure because we can have emotions like the victim, and we can feel in certain types of ways, but you don't really know what to tell that person. So for friends, families, churches, I think the first thing that they should do is also actually speak to someone. Like ask, how can I help? I've got a daughter, I've got a son who's been sexually raped. How can I help them? And you can say on how better you can help the victim.
And please, to that somebody that is concealing, please know that if somebody wants to know, like our quote for today, it is not enough to love the young one. They must know. And how do they know? Is by you reporting these acts that are going on. And by you doing so, you are actually creating a safe space. So until next time, do catch us on the very first ever best show in Zambia. Until then, we are saying bye-bye.
Bye.